So the question for today is the salary predict wins, an empirical analysis of NFL payrolls and success of the 2006 season. This is a data analytics report by me, Damani Gross, for Stats in the News. Defining the research scope. Today's primary question is, to what extent does a team's payroll predict the number of regular season wins? The total success, does the inclusion of playoff performance improve the predictive power of salary? And the significance, is salary a statistically valid predictor at the 10% significance level? Okay, so the mean within all the team salaries was about 100.16 million. The standard deviation was 12.55 million. And the shape was roughly symmetric and bell-shaped, with most teams clustered around the 100 million mark. And then the maximum was from the Colts with 131.2 million, and the minimum was from the Raiders with 71.8 million in terms of salaries. So the regular season wins variable came into play often. The mean of such within all the teams was around 8. The standard deviation was 2.87, which showed and reflected a symmetric distribution. The best record was from the Chargers with 14 wins, and the worst record was from the Raiders with 2 wins. So this graph shows the relationship between salary being X and the wins being Y, revealing a weak positive trend. Data points are significantly dispersed, suggesting that many factors beyond payroll influence wins, victory as well. The visual check. High-spending teams like the Vikings that are around 125 million underperformed with 6 wins, in comparison to low spenders like the Bears with 90 million thrived and were able to get 13 wins throughout the season. Okay, so here we're going to talk about a little bit about regression modeling. The model slope was about 0.027. Wins equals 5.23 plus 0.027 times salary is our interpretation. For every 1 million increase in team salary, the model predicts that it will be 0.027 in wins. This marginal gain implies that that to buy just one additional team, a team would theoretically need to increase spending approximately by 37 million. So in this slide, we're going to dive a little bit into coefficient of determination. So only about 1.5% of variation within the regular season wins is explained by the team salary. The remaining is around 98.5%, which is a good amount of factors depending on coaching quality, injuries, strength of schedule, as well as the overall team chemistry in the room. So we're able to determine at the significance level at 10% that salary is not a significant predictor. The relationship is too weak to be reliable. Within total wins, when playoffs are included, salary becomes significant at the 10% level. And in conclusion, spending correlates more with with postseason longevity than regular season consistency. Overall, the San Diego Chargers had the best record at 14, which is the Z-score of 2.09, a salary of around nearing 100 million with a Z-score of negative 0.03, and a residual of around plus 6 wins. Despite having an average salary, the Chargers significantly overperformed their predicted win count, resulting in the largest positive regression residual in the league. Okay, and within the worst record, that would go to the Oakland Raiders, being at 2 wins for the season, with their Z-score being at negative 2.09, their salary being at around 70 million, that's around close to nearing the 72 million, with their Z-score being at negative 2.26, their residual being at negative 5.21. And with that being said, the Raiders held the worst record and the lowest salary as well. However, they also had the largest negative residual, meaning that they underperformed the low expectations set by their minimal budget. Okay, within the comparative impact within total wins, the regular season wins was around 1.5%, and the total wins was around 7.8%. Including playoff wins increases the explanatory power of salary from 1.5% to 7.8%. Colts being a good example, spending around $131 million on the season, having 4 playoff wins. That proves that their spending, what they're spending is worth what they're doing. And as long as that leads to championships, it's all that's worth at the end of the day.